and welcome to Korbins Code. I'm your host, Korbin. Today, I'll be teaching you how to make a simple game with Scratch. Last time, we created a game called Barriers. Today, we'll be making a game called Horde. It's a game where other characters are coming at your player and you have to stay alive as long as possible. So let's begin. Go to scratch.mit.edu to follow along. Then log into your account. And put in your password. Okay, and then we can click our My Stuff folder. And then we'll create a new project. All right, so when we get into this project, we'll start with making the cat move. So last time, we made the cat move by using a when green flag clicked block from the Events tab, like this. From the Events tab right here, we'll drag the when green flag clicked block into the editor, and then we'll use a forever block, snap that right under it, and then we'll grab a if-then block, and we'll drag that inside of there. And then we'll go to sensing, and then we'll use the key space pressed, drop that in there, and then click the triangle, up arrow, and then we'll go to the motion tab, and then change change Y by 10. This will make it move up and down. So now if I click the green flag and press the up arrow, it'll start moving up. Okay, so now we can duplicate this by right-clicking the if block, and then clicking duplicate right here, and then drag that right under there. And then click the triangle, the small little triangle right there, and we'll change this to the down arrow. And we'll change this to -10. And then now if we click the green flag, we can move him up and down. He's moving a little too fast right now, so let's change, instead of -10, we'll change it to -5, and instead of 10, we'll change it to 5 too. So now he's moving a little slower. Okay, so let's stop it, and then let's duplicate it again from the top, and then we'll duplicate everything inside the for loop, and then we'll put that under the up and down, and then we'll click the triangle, and then we'll use right arrow, and then on the next one, the left arrow. And then we can take out the Y blocks for both of them, and then we can add the change X by 10 block. And then I can change that to 5, so it'll move right, and then I'll grab another one inside the left arrow and make it move -5, which is to left. So now if I click the green flag, I can move him around. Okay, so now if I press the left arrow, he's still pointing that way, so let's fix that. So we'll go to point in direction block, in the same tab, the motion tab, and we'll change left. When we click the left arrow, we'll change that to left now. So which is -90 degrees, we'll change it to left. Okay, so now if we click if we press the left arrow, he moves upside down, which is weird. And now when we click the right, he doesn't move back. So to change how when he moves upside down, instead of rotation style as everywhere, like the circle right here, we'll change it to only left and right. So now he's not upside down anymore. And to fix when we press the right arrow to make him move, to make him turn right, we'll put the point and direction block 90 degrees right under there. And now he points left and right. Okay, so now we're done with moving around. Now, what we can do is work on the horde. So now we're going to work on all the characters. So what you can do is choose a sprite from library. There's this little character right here. And if we click it, it'll show the big giant sprite library that Scratch has. So you can pick any animal you want or anything else. So I can choose the bats, I guess. So I'll choose the bat. It should pop up right here. Yep. And now we're going to have a whole bunch of these flying all over the place. So to start, we'll start creating clones of the bat. So let's start when the green flag is clicked. And then we'll go to the control section and grab a forever block and drag that right under there. So now we're going to start creating clones of the bat. Clones make duplicates of sprites that can be controlled. So we'll grab a create clone of myself block, and this will create a clone of the bat. Then we'll add a wait 1 second block so it doesn't start creating a whole bunch of clones. So now if I click the green flag, you'll see that it'll keep creating clones of the original bat. So this right here is the original bat, and it keeps creating clones at that spot because that's where the original bat was. Okay, so if I click the stop button, all the bats will be gone, and that bat is left because that's the original bat. Okay, so now that we're creating clones, the clones actually need to be doing something. So what we'll make them do is I'll grab a when I start this clone. So whenever a clone is made, this code that's under it will be ran on the clone. So let's see. We'll grab a forever block, put that right under there, and then we'll make it point towards sprite 1, which is our player. So let's grab the point towards block, and then we'll change it instead of the mouse pointer to sprite 1. So now, if I click the green flag, he'll create a clone, and all the clones will look at me like that. Okay, so we'll stop the project, and now they actually need to be moving towards the sprite. So now let's grab a move 10 steps block and drag that right into there. And now if I click the green flag, oh, and he's coming at me, but that's way too fast. So let's stop the project and let's make them slower. So I can change it to 2 or 1 because the cat is pretty fast, but still there's going to be a lot of bats. So now if I click the green flag, now they're moving slower, but there's a lot of them popping up. Also might need to change how fast the clones are spawning. So let's stop the project and then change it instead of 1 second to 3 seconds. That'll make it slower. So now we'll wait 3 seconds now, and then now every 3 seconds it should spawn a clone. Okay, so let's stop the project, and now we have the bats moving and they get cloned, and then when they touch the sprite, nothing happens. So let's make the game over when the bat touches the sprite. So we'll go to the control, and then we'll grab a if-then block, and then we'll grab from the sensing tab a touching block. And instead of touching mouse pointer, we'll change this to touching sprite 1. So here, we'll make it wait 1 second first. Like this, and we'll drag it inside of the if block at the top, and we'll change it to like 0.5 seconds. And then we'll make, let's just make the sprite say ouch for right now. So I'll put that under there, and I'll say ouch. Actually, this will make the bat say ouch. So if we click the green flag now, when it spawns, I'll let it touch me, and he says ouch. If I let another one touch me, it says ouch, 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 and then keep saying ouch. Okay, so now let's add some health to our character. So if he gets touched, he doesn't immediately die. So let's go to health. Let's make a variable called health. And this is in the data set. This is in the data tab. So if you click the make a variable button right here in the data section, that's orange, make a variable, and then type in like health with a colon, and then we can press OK. And this will create a variable which creates a whole bunch of functions, that other blocks that we can use. So we have set health to 0, we have change health by, and we have show variable health and hide variable health. Okay, so I think change health by 1 would be helpful, because we can use it to, instead of making our health go up, when the one spawns, this will make the health go up. See, it shows the health going up right here. So instead of making it go up, we can use a negative number to make it go down. So we'll do -1, and then we'll set the health to like about 10. So when it gets touched 10 times, then you lose. Okay. So now let's move the move one step button, the block, inside of the else, and then we'll put it back in here, like that. So now, when the bat touches the player, like this, the cat actually has time to run away. All right, this is a good start. So now we'll make some speed variables for the bats. So let's create another variable and call it speed. Call it speed like this. Press enter. And then this will also serve as sort of like our score. So let's go to events. And let's grab a when green flag clicked block. Put that right there. And then we'll go to control. And then we'll grab a forever block. Put that right there. Okay, now let's grab a wait 1 second block and put that inside there. And we'll make it wait 3 seconds, like that. Okay, so now when every time a bat spawns, it'll make the speed go up, which will make the bat go faster. But now, to make it go faster every time, we need to change the speed variable. So the speed variable will go inside of the moves 10 steps block. Okay, so now let's try it. So when it starts, the bat will spawn, and then the speed goes up. Right? And now I'll move all over the place, and every time a bat spawns, they get faster and faster. So it gets harder and harder. And now it's really fast, and they keep touching me. So I'll stop the project, and then it seems like it's moving a little too fast. So let's change that and make it 0.4. And this will make them move make them move a little faster every time bat spawns, only just a little bit. Okay, so now that we're done with the basic scripts for the bat, let's go to the cat. So now we'll go to the control tab, and then we'll grab an if block. And we'll put that right under there, and then we'll go to the operators. The operators is where all the math happens. So let's grab a less than sign, and then we'll check if the health, so go to data, and then grab the health variable. And then we'll check if the health is less than 0, then you lose. Okay, so whatever's inside of here, inside of the health spot, will show our game over. So we'll make the cat say ouch first, maybe. So we'll make him say ouch. So go to looks, and then grab a say hello block, and then we'll change hello to ouch. Okay. So now, let's see. We can go to control, and we can grab a stop all block, and that'll stop the whole game. So now, if I click the green flag, they should start coming at me, and they come at me pretty fast now. That's weird. Oh, maybe because we didn't change the speed variable back to 0. So let's change it so that we'll go to data, and then back to the bat. We'll grab the speed variable and drag that under the health, and it'll change the speed back to 0 every time. So now, if we do it, you'll see that the speed variable is back to 0, and now they move slow. Okay, so we'll wait 3 seconds, and then they get faster, and then faster, and then faster, and faster. So now if they touch me, they say ouch, everyone says ouch, and there we go. Now the game stops when he has less than 0 health. Okay, so we can actually take out the ouch for the bat, because that was just a test. So we can take that out like this. So it was here, and then I drag the change up there, and now I can take this out. And then I can drag it there, and it's gone. Okay. So now we have the basic game done now. So there's a little bit of a problem though. Every sprite is too big. Let's change that. And also the original bat is still there, and he's not doing anything. That's because he's the original bat, and then we didn't tell the original bat to do anything. So let's stop the project. And then we'll make the bat hide first. So let's make him hide. So we can grab a hide block from the looks tab, and we'll grab the hide block and put it under right there. So now when we click the green flag, he hides away, and then they pop up. Oh, actually there's a problem. They don't actually spawn. Maybe that's because the original bat is hidden, and if the original bat's hidden, then that means the clones will be hidden. So let's make the clones show up. So we'll grab a show block and put that under the when I start as clone block. So now if we click the green flag, every 3 seconds, they show up. Okay, so that's great. Now they'll move faster and faster every time. And there's another problem. All the sprites are a little too big. Let's change that. So we'll stop the project, and then we can make the bat smaller first. So we can use the set size block, and this will change the size of the sprite. So we can set it, instead of 100%, we can change it to 30. Actually, let's make it 20 because it's a bat. And then we can go to the cat and then set size to, oh, not there. Put it up there when green flag clicked, right there. And we can change it to 30. So now we'll click the green flag. It'll make them really small and tiny. You can move them around. And now everything's small, so you have more space to move around. This makes the game a little more fun, in my opinion, because there's a lot more space and you stay alive longer. So it's for longer games. And there's also one more problem. you can see that all the bats spawn in one place. What if we can make them spawn randomly? Let's try to do that. So we can press the stop button, and then we can go to the bat. And then if we go to the motion tab, you'll see that there's the go to block right here. And this will make the sprite move to another sprite or the mouse pointer. But there's also one more thing you can do. If we drag that all the way up to the when I start this clone block, right under it, we can click the triangle, and you'll see there's another one called random position. This will move the block to, this will move the sprite to a random position. So now if we click the green flag, the bat shows up there instead of around here. And now a bat showed up there. Now a bat showed up right next to me. This makes the game a little bit more surprising. Okay, so I think that's it for our game. So let's stop the project and then change the title to My Horde Game. Or you can name it something else if you want. Then make sure to save the project right here. If it already says saved, then Scratch already saved it for you. But if it says save now, click it, and it should save for you and say saved. Okay, so before I exit out the project, I can also share this project. So if you confirmed your email, you can also share it. So I can click share, and now my project is shared. So it should take me back to the projects page like this. And before I end this, I want to see how long I can actually play this game. So I can click the full screen button right here, and the project will load, and I can click this full screen button right here. I'll make the project bigger. And now if I click the green flag in the middle, I can move around. Okay, so I'm gonna see how long I can survive. Starting now.
Seems pretty easy. It's gonna get way harder. Alright, speed again higher. Oh no. And higher. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Right here. Oh, I got touched. Okay. It's still going. Oh, I got touched. Okay. Oh, split. I split. Okay. Going up. Oh, they're catching up to me. Oh, they're catching up to me. Oh, they're catching up to me. Oh no. 8 health left. Uh-oh, and I died.
Okay, so yeah, my high scores is 7.2, and yeah, try to beat that. Okay, so now let's use some instructions. Let's make some instructions. So the first thing how to play is use the arrow keys to move around. So I'll type in use the arrow keys to move around like that. Oh, use the arrow keys. And run away from the bats. There we go. And notes and credits. Again, put like credit, programming by me. And if you collaborate with this project, if you collaborate with other people, you can also put their credit too. So it also save your changes right there. And you can also add project tags. So what kind of game this is. So this is a game. And it's, I can put Horde. And then I can also put anything else like hard game, like that. Yeah, so you can have a maximum of 3 tags, and this is what Scratch will use to search for your projects. So make sure to put your tags in if you want people to see your project. Make sure to customize the game as much as you can by adding more items and upgrades. You're at the point now where you can make your own Scratch projects. So try to make one on your own and share it to the Korbins Code showcase at the studio and the link right here. If you missed part of this show, I'll be posting it onto YouTube. I'm Korbins from Korbins Code, and I'll see you next time.